Okay, so hi guys, we'll be starting off with the nomenclature of nitrile group. Okay, so let me put the heading. Nomenclature of nitrile. So I hope you remember what is nitrile. So nitrile is R C triple bond N, and the suffix we'll be using to name the organic compounds having a nitrile group is simply nitrile. Okay, so let us look into some of the examples to get more clarity on this thing. So let's suppose I have this compound, then its name would be ethane nitrile. Why? Because it has two carbon atoms. If we have something like, then its name would be propane nitrile. Okay, if we have something like then the answer would be prop 2 in nitrile. Okay, if we have something like this, then the answer would be 4-cyclopropyl. Why 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4-cyclopropyl pent 3 enyl. I suppose you don't have any problem in deriving pent 3 nitrile. We have done enough problems on getting ready with the nomenclature. So what would be the name of this compound? It would be simply 3-bromo. What else? Pent. Why pent? I suppose you can figure it out. 3 in nitrile. Okay, so that was all in the nomenclature of nitrile part. So we'll be moving on into the nomenclature of anhydride. Okay, so nomenclature of anhydride. Okay, so let's start. So what's an anhydride group? Anhydride group is RC double bond O O. This is the anhydride group. Okay, so what will be the suffix we'll be using to represent organic compounds having anhydride group? The suffix we'll be using is oic anhydride. Okay, so let's do some examples on the same to get a more clearer understanding. So if we have something like this, then what would be the IUPAC name for this compound? It would be something called ethanoic anhydride. Okay, and let us also delve into the thing that how anhydride is formed. So anhydride is formed by simply dehydration. I know this is a little off topic, but I think you guys should have some understanding on this part also. So dehydration of ethanoic acid. Okay, so I'll write the equation. If you don't understand, you can skip it. We are going to see it in the next set of videos. So just for your curiosity sake, you may listen to this part. So when two ethanoic acid combine and the dehydration process takes up, then the formation of anhydride takes place. Okay, so how is this happening? The water molecule from this two ethanoic acids gets removed. That's why it is called dehydration, and an anhydride formation takes place. Okay, so as two ethanoic acids combine to form anhydride, that's why it's called ethanoic anhydride. Ethanoic anhydride. Okay, so let's take a look into some more examples of nomenclature of anhydride. So we have something like this. So this is called methanoic anhydride. Quickly tell me about this compound. This is ethanoic methanoic anhydride. Let us take a look into this example. So this would be methanoic propanoic anhydride. Why? Because of these reasons. So it would be methanoic propanoic anhydride. Let's look into this example. So this would be called ethanoic propanoic anhydride. Okay, let's look at this example. So this would be called ethanoic prop to enoic anhydride. Okay, let's look at this example. So this would be called propanoic and prop to enoic anhydride. Okay, and the last example we are going to say is this. So this would be called ethanoic two methyl propanoic anhydride. Okay, so now we'll be covering up some nomenclature on epoxy group. So I hope you remember what's an epoxy group. So nomenclature of epoxy group. So what's an epoxy? Epoxy is this. The 3-member carbon the three-member ring containing 2 carbon atoms and 1 oxygen atom. So its prefix is epoxy only. Prefix is epoxy only. So let's do some examples on this organic compound. So if you have something like this, then it would be called 1,2-epoxyethane. Why? Because of this is the 2 carbon atoms, so and O is attached to both 1 and 2, so 1,2 epoxyethane. Okay, if we have something like this, then it would be called 1,2-epoxy propane. If we have something like this, then it would be called 2,3-epoxy butane. Okay, if we have something like this, then it would be called 2,3-epoxy 2,3-dimethyl and butane. Okay, so this brings us to the end of this video lecture. In the next video lecture, I will be seeing polyfunctional groups that can exist within the same organic compound. Okay, till then, good luck and goodbye.